When a rock legend finally hangs up his boots, the world expects applause. But when Gene Simmons, the fire-breathing frontman of Kiss, walked away from the stage for the last time, what followed wasn't cheers. It was tears, not because he was gone, but because of what he left behind, a fortune so massive, so unexpected. It left his entire family in shock. Before we uncover the truth, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Because here on Legend Uncovered, we dig into the stories money can't hide and fame can't erase. The man behind the mask. For nearly 50 years, Gene Simmons was more than a bassist. He was a brand. The makeup, the tongue, the fire, those were his weapons. Behind the spectacle was a businessman who studied numbers as closely as he studied music notes. From the moment Kiss exploded in the 1970s, Gene saw what others didn't, that fame fades, but merchandise lasts forever. T-shirts, lunchboxes, pinball machines. If it could carry the Kiss logo, he sold it. By 2024, the Kiss empire had earned over $1 billion in sales, but behind that fortune was a man who lived by one simple rule. You don't make money when you work. You make money when you sleep. Gene turned every piece of his identity into business, and that's exactly why his family cried when they saw what he left behind. The fortune no one expected. When Gene's estate plan became public, the total shocked even his closest friends. An estimated $450 million fortune, carefully divided into trusts, properties, and royalties that would keep paying long after his death. But the surprise wasn't the money. It was how he left it. Gene's longtime partner, Shannon Tweed, his wife of more than 10 years, expected most of it to go directly to the family. Instead, Gene had arranged something completely different. He had set up the Simmons Foundation, a trust dedicated to funding music education for underprivileged kids in Israel, Canada, and the United States. Nearly 60% of his wealth, more than $250 million, was locked into that foundation. When Shannon read the documents, she reportedly said, "He always told me he owed his life to music. I just didn't know he meant it like this." Tears filled the room, not from greed, but from shock. Gene had left behind a legacy that wasn't just about luxury, it was about gratitude. The mansion that told a story among his assets was a $20 million Beverly Hills mansion, packed with memories of gold records, family photos, and Kiss memorabilia. But in his will, Gene wrote a single line that broke everyone's heart. "This house made me rich, but love made me whole. Don't sell it unless you've stopped believing in me." It wasn't just property. It was a shrine to the journey from a poor Israeli immigrant to one of the richest rock stars alive. For his children, Nick and Sophie, walking through those halls after his passing was unbearable. Every photo, every gold record whispered the same message. Remember where you came from. The rules he left behind. Gene wasn't a man who left anything to chance. His will was 22 pages long, written with the precision of a CEO and the poetry of a father who never forgot struggle. Each family member received a personal letter, sealed in black envelopes. Nick's read, "You've got my eyes, but you don't need my fame." "Build your own empire," Sophie's said. "Your voice is your power. Don't waste it singing someone else's song." And for Shannon, the love of his life for nearly 4 decades, he wrote, "I never married you for love. I married you because love wasn't enough. You gave me peace." Those letters became priceless, worth more than any check he could have written. The business legacy, even in death, Gene's money still works. Royalties from the Kiss catalog, licensing deals, and brand collaborations continue to generate millions each year. He had invested heavily in real estate, cryptocurrency, and technology startups, always ahead of the curve. But what stunned everyone was how far his generosity reached. He left $25 million to children's hospitals, $10 million to cancer research, and an unknown sum to a scholarship fund for music students. He once said, "The best revenge against death is leaving something alive." And he did exactly that. Why his family cried. So why did his family cry when they saw the numbers? Because for years Gene was seen as the rock star obsessed with money, fame, and